Hey everyone. Last night we played a few games for a good 3 hours, and this is the first game against Gold 3 players, and we're Gold 1. So yeah, we lost that one. Now let's take a look at how it unfolded so we might learn what we did wrong. Yeah, so pretty early we saw that the stables, so we knew that they would go with early horsemen. So we knew that we should prepare for the horsemen. Oh, here they are. So horsemen come, nothing happens. Yeah, they have protected pretty well. They nearly lost one horseman. Oh, actually they did lose one horseman. And then they bring in reinforcements. They're making two more. And then they're coming to my base. But I don't care because I already have all the gold that I need. So I bring them all back here to collect resources. Oh, and then I did this cheeky little thing where I repaired the mining camp. So if they manage to burn this down, they get bonus resources. But it's not that many resources. I think it's like 50 resource maximum. So it's not that important. But the good thing is it delays all of them. What else are they doing? People are just aging up. They're aging up. And everyone is age 2 now. And they managed to burn this. So now they're going away to burn something else. They managed to kill 2 of her villagers. Neha's villagers burn more stuff. And now Neha brings the spearmen. And that's when they come to Anthony's. There's a scout here. And that's one issue. So Anthony's town center is here, and you have wood right here, and it's protected by the town center. Now he went all the way here in the middle of nowhere to collect wood, and so because of this it will take a while for these villagers to take shelter. So that's 1 villager down, 2 villager down, 3 villager down, 4, 5. That's already a game losing move right there. Losing 5 villagers so early, and then Neha losing 2 earlier to these few horsemen. It's a shame. I lost 1 trader. Let's take a look at the resources. Anthony, has a lot of food and gold. I guess he could research those texts, use the gold for something. Also, this is a good improvement to protect the villagers, giving them more health. That's how you can use the gold. Yeah. And then Neha is building spearmen. Is gathering a lot of food and not much else. At this point, she should probably gather wood so that she can make a second. Oh, I see. She doesn't even have a military academy yet. So yeah. And then my resources are pretty low. I was trying to make military and walls to defend from these raids. Meanwhile, oh yeah, and I did a little raid here. They lost 2 villagers in that raid. 3 villagers. 4 villagers. 4 villagers with only 4 horsemen. The enemy has Mengudai, and they're preparing trade. It's too bad that I didn't identify this. They're hiding in the forest. But at this point we're starting to have good coverage for palisades, so it's much harder to raid. Neha put walls here, and that means that they were unable to come with a Mengudai. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's one big raid. Had she not put down the palisade, she would have lost a lot more here. So this really works. I guess when the enemy is Mongol, we should be prepared for that. That's alright, but horsemen beat archers, so it's not gonna work, as you can see. But this works. This is Niha's spearman, or? Yeah, Niha's spearman and Anthony's archers. Oh, look at the resources I have. So I'm ready to go to the 3rd age. And I guess Anthony is also ready to go to the 3rd age soon. But because of all those raids, I didn't feel confident trading. So you can see the Mongol is already trading. With only 4 traders. Picking up relics. My raids don't do much. This is a pretty good battle, even though we lose. Somehow I just felt short of everything. So I am producing an army, I am making barracks. So with all those barracks, I am ready to spend my food. And you can see my gold and my wood are pretty low, so it's pretty good. Anthony also spent a bunch of resources, I guess, on making army. Making a bunch of spearmen. Okay. Let's take a look at the production. There's only 1 barracks. And he's making a 2nd one. That's good. He can make a few more barracks. Now Neha has 1 military school and is making a blacksmith to improve production rate. Big battle. Could we have won this? It's Lancers and Mengudai. Did we see this coming? Yeah, I think we did. So what we should do is send the archers against the Mengudai. And again, the walls are helpful. And these farms could be closer to the town center for protection. Because now, when the Mengudais come, that means more villagers are going down. But the archers following the Mengudai is good. You can see that they already killed like 1 or 2 Mengudai. But yeah, these people should have been move towards here to be protected. Because if they're here, you know that they're gonna come here. And already that's like 10 more villagers down. In the middle, I'm trying to do something. Spearmen versus those lancers is great. You can see how easily they die, the lancers. But against the crossbowmen and the men at arms, it's not gonna work. So at this point, we've lost so many villagers that we've kind of already lost the game. And then now here, the English villagers, again, in the middle of nowhere, means that they're gonna die. And if you see this happen, these villagers should run away. Okay, only now are they running away. Meanwhile, these people do nothing. I'm gathering an army with Neha. Yeah, it's a massacre. And then here they're still checking if there's trade. And maybe they were trying to raid, I'm not sure. Let's take another look at the resources. So I have 1000 stone, which I can use to build a keep. And then I'm using all my food and gold on units. You can see I have units in queue and doing upgrades, and I have wood that I could use also to make units. I'm kind of using my resources. Anthony is missing, has a lot of wood and gold, but what he needs is food. So what could have been done is, so here he has 8 farms. He could have tripled the amount of farms, spend all his wood on farms around the town center, and that will give him a bunch of food, enough to spend on units. Oh, and also make more barracks, of course. And Neha has 2000 food, that's a lot of food. Food, wood, and gold. And she's only producing Sipahi from the military school. So these 4 production buildings are not doing anything. That's too bad. And then these upgrades also could be purchased to improve the durability of the units. 2000 food, that's a lot of army that she could have produced, more than these units. So despite all these attacks, we do try to raid. So here I saw that they were building this town center, so I sent 2 knights, and then with the rest of the army I was trying to hit this place. Yeah. Making a ram to help destroy buildings. But yeah, I didn't realize that this huge trade was going on right there. If anything, raiding here would have been more effective. But anyway, this raid is still better than nothing. That's quite a big massacre. And you can see how Mongols, they like to have all their pastures gathering sheep at the same spot. That means that all these villagers are vulnerable to a big massive raid. That's an amazing raid. And then I saw those lancers, so I brought these people here. And at the same time, I made a keep at the spot where they were trying to build a town center because of this large gold thing. But at this point, they had already set up their strategy, which was to go for the 3 sacred sites. So you can see here, all 3 sacred sites have been taken, and they're putting castles on each sacred sites and stone walls. And now they're gathering in order to take down my keep. Big battle ensues. Thank you, Neha, for bringing that huge army. So, what would have been very useful was to send the Sipahi onto the siege engines, because these are the ones that do a lot of damage on the keep. Crossbows don't do anything. And these knights, well, they do some damage, but soon I will have boiling oil and that will kill them. So really, we need to snipe this catapult and then this one, this trebuchet. So then I bring the villagers out to repair a little bit so that it can stay alive a bit longer. And I ask Neha to send her Sipahi onto the siege engines. And thanks to this, the keep survives a tiny bit longer. I don't know if I saw this. I don't think I did. I think it's because of this trebuchet that I lost the keep. Without this trebuchet, actually, the keeps could survive. And this is Anthony. Oh, at this point, I was out of villagers, and so the keep went down. Okay, let's pause here for a bit and take a look at the resources and the army. Frederick. Okay, let's take a look at Frederick. I mean Anthony. 26 villagers, 77 army. Neha has 43. I have 62. So that's about 130 villagers. The enemy has, so that's the Mongol, 60. How much should I have again? Yeah, okay, about the same. Then 100. 70. So 230. So yeah, at this point they're gathering so many resources that it's impossible to beat. And let's take a look at the army. 37, 87, 110, 160 units. I have 26. 9, because Neha spent all her army earlier defending the keep. So that's 30 something. Oh wow, Anthony still has a huge army. So 100 versus, how much did we say? About double. 100 versus 200. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna work, especially since Anthony is H2. So the quality of the enemy's army is higher than our army. And then, since I saw that they were trying to take the sacred sites and put keeps on them, I decided to rush my own keep. And you can see all these villagers moving out. They're trying to build a keep. The issue is they also already have this army here. Wow. Massive firepower. With these cannons, my castle doesn't even last 2 minutes. Unfortunate. That's a waste of 800 stone. And we resign. So I would say we did a few things right. Neha protected the sides. That helped a lot. It prevented a few raids. The things that we didn't do well, and then we did a few good raids. And what we didn't do well was having villagers out there in the middle of nowhere. That's free pickings for the Mongols. And then we didn't see that they were trading, and we didn't attack that trade. That would probably be the main issues. And also um, uh, making barracks in order to produce more army.